Hogs Daddy, I know I've told you already, but the whole movie with Rosie in it, and then now how Zach's doing it, I think it's the funniest thing you guys do.
Thank you. That's great. Mr. Sweatberg did one for us yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
I still think because at what time does like the ratings don't care anymore? Like December or something?
Well, I mean,
it doesn't matter.
Around
right?
Christmas time.
Kind of when everyone throws it in, right? Throws a towel and waits for next year. Let's just, if we can, just one Thursday, a full segment we can't talk. All we can do is just play Rosie and see how long we can go.
Have a conversation.
God, it'd be the
I
best
could
thing in
easily
the world.
have 3 hours of conversation.
Could you imagine how funny
Rosie
that'd be?
Butler. Yeah.
I laugh at Sauce.
I think it would be funny to do it where the only one that could talk is Sauce.
Oh, yeah. I would love that. I love the Rosie Button Bar.
There's nothing better.
There's nothing better. I grew up idolizing the guy, and now we just savage him.
You met him.
Yeah,
he can't talk without you guys saying something.
What did he say the other day?
Oh, God only knows.
The ballish to me.
I mean,
ballish to me, but
what does that even mean?
I have no idea.
What happened?
But now I make fun of it so much with my friends that it's so funny.
Yeah.
What an ass.
Yeah. I can't tell you how many times I'll say to my wife, button bar, and she'll go, what?
Oh, that sounds so good.
Yeah.
Smack it in the ass.
Have you heard the beginning of the show?
Yeah.
Play the Hawk to a girl?
That's the best.
And then it goes right into
time.
Rosie going, oh, that sounds so good.
There's no way in hell I could last more than like an hour.
You wish.
Yeah, calm down, Rose.
Yeah, calm down.
Sick brag, Rose.
Yeah.
Christopher.
Yes, sir.
This is a Rosie where I just changed the subject and normally talk about a podcast that my kids are listening to.
Yeah.
There's something called The Wrap. Don't know what that is. It's a website.
Okay.
Says, hey, Steve Martin's already passed on the opportunity to play Tim Walz on Saturday Night Live, but here's some people that we think should be in the running.
Ooh.
There's like 9 of them, right? Tom Hanks, Al Franken, blah, 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 blah. This one, though, is, I think this is the answer. Jim Gaffigan.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Brilliant.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Brilliant.
And I think he would love the opportunity to do that. That's
would
great.
be a home run. Right? Steve Martin's already saying no, not going to do it. That's I thought, the absolute 100 out of 100. That would have been unbelievable.
Yeah.
Gaffigan is a nice backup plan.
And Gaffigan lives in New York.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect. That is a home run, I would think.
This article also says Danny DeVito should be considered.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Too. I love
John
that guy.
Goodman. I think somebody said that yesterday. Guessed that yesterday.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt. Julia Sweeney. Anyway, so Al Franken. Jim Gaffigan. Interesting.
Yeah.
I think
like
Franken could pull the voice off better, but Gaffigan would look the part.
Yeah. What Zacho said.
I think Samuel L. could do it.
Yeah, that sounds right to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's in everything.
He is, yeah.
All right.
News.
Or who would act as you?
Liev Schreiber.
Zach, who would act as you?
Oh, I don't know.
Have you ever thought about who would act as yourself?
John Lovitz.
Ryan Gosling.
What'd you just say?
Nothing.
What did he say?
Who would act as who?
Who would act as you? Jack Black for sure.
Pizza the Hut.
Oh.
Hogs Daddy, who would act as you? It's tough. It's tough not to sound like egotistical guys. Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Well, it's got to be just the person that you think in your lifetime people have compared you to the most. Because Liev Schreiber is the one I get once in a while.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's an obscure name. People are always like, that guy from Ray Donovan. It's like, okay, he's like 10 times better looking than me, but I get it.
What's the guy in Jurassic Park?
Jeff Goldblum?
No. Like the new Jurassic Park.
Oh, Chris Pratt?
Chris Pratt, season 1, Parks and Rec.
Just a slob.
Yeah, well played.
It's tough, isn't it? It's hard to think of like someone to
I don't think I have anybody.
No, mine would be Ryan Gosling for sure.
I understand.
Everyone always is like, the guys? And I'm like, guys,
No,
please,
Max, you'd be.
please stop.
Do you remember
Jet Li.
Punch Out, or what was that? The
Are you talking about Afro Thunder from Ready to Rumble?
Yeah, 1,000%. Without a doubt. Like, literally, he's more spot on than that.
So the person that would play me in my
Is an animated
biopic
character.
is a fictional video game character from a Nintendo 64 game. Nailed it.
God, really? Nintendo 64 was
Is
ready
he
to
available?
Is he with us?
The correct answer is that wrestler you saw last week.
Oh, Carlito. Yeah, when the kid asked me if that was my dad.
Yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah, there was another wrestler that he had an afro sort of hairdo, and he saw me in the crowd, and we were talking to each other on his way in and out of the ring, and then this little kid taps me on the shoulder, and just 100% earnestness was just like, "Is that your dad?"
No.
And it was really funny. And even his dad was like, "Oh, what did he just say to you?" I was like, "Your kid's not about to get canceled. Calm down."
That's pretty good.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story.
What's up?
No, look, I don't care if this was intentional or unintentional. I really don't.
All right, good.
This is one of the all-timers.
Oh, no.
Maybe you guys saw this on Twitter yesterday. Yesterday, the Minnesota Vikings tweeted out a link to a J.J. McCarthy press conference, an 11-second clip of J.J. McCarthy at the podium. And the Vikings said, quote, J.J. McCarthy having the time of his life as a Viking. Right after that, Zach Halverson responded with a quote tweet.
I didn't think it was that funny.
That was trying to say it's something unpredictable, but in the end, it's right. That's a Green Day reference.
Yeah. Great song.
Yeah.
That's Yep. So my guess is based on your reaction, your typo was unintentional.
The typo.
You don't know this? People tweeted at you about the typo. In fact, Matt said, "Don't you dare fix that typo, Zacho." Instead of "it's something unpredictable, but in the end, it's right," you wrote, "It's something unpredictable, not in the end, it's right." I did see that.
I thought it was a joke.
Yeah, I thought you were making some type of sexual innuendo.
Oh, no.
Not in the end. That's a Freudian slip on Twitter.
Wow.
You tweeted not in the end.
Easy girl. You're going to get banned.
So a J.J. McCarthy post, you posted not in the end.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. He'll never come in here.
No.
Oh, no. Do I delete that, right?
It's too late.
It's too late now. I screenshotted it.
Yeah.
I'm never going to let you forget this.
Just retweet it.
You
Just lean into it now.
Oh, my God. How did I do
replies
that?
are hilarious. Whoops.
Lay in your own
single
filth.
reply is just what?
Oh, my God.
The most beautiful
What an idiot.
mistake of all time.
God. Well,
Zachy.
It's okay, buddy.
Did you actually not know it all?
I no, I don't. I no. I oh my God. What are you doing?
Oh, that's actually going pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, everybody noticed it. That's why I couldn't believe that you hadn't seen the reaction to your typo until right now.
Do you have like notifications?
Well,
or something?
I left here around 2 yesterday. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, 1:40. Yes, it was like literally something I did on the way out.
So then didn't look at
And
the
then just
reaction.
throw your phone.
And then I went, took a nap. So that I haven't gone that far back in my notifications, and that's incredibly embarrassing. And that
Not in the end.
I don't.
Something
I'm
unpredictable.
sorry.
Not in the end, it's
I
right.
didn't.
That is so
Son of a bitch.
That is good.
You're
not wrong, though. That's the other.
If it was anybody but J.J. McCarthy, it wouldn't be as funny. But the fact that it's J.J.
Yeah.
makes it 10,000 times better.
I was just doing the Green Day thing, not trying to.
Yep. You're horny.
Yeah, you are horny.
Well,
Oh, my God.
Ick.
It's time for the news.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, Zach now questions every tweet the rest of his life.
This is KFAN News with Chris Hockey, presented by the St. Paul Saints.
Tomers?
Yeah.
Do you love going down to CHS Field?
Yeah, I love the area. Love Lower Town. Love everything about St. Paul.
I figured you would. That seems like your area, dude. The St. Paul
Great
Saints scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 8th during a 4-2 win over the Columbus Clippers at CHS Field last night. They're 55-54. They send Zebby Matthews to the mound against Columbus tonight. CHS Field.
What a name.
I know, Zebby. Head on down to CHS Field today. Go to saintsbaseball.com for your tickets. Thank you, St. Paul Saints. We still have to come up with somebody for them to bring in, man.
Well,
How
somebody
long
from
is their
Baywatch.
season, though? Like September?
It's just like a regular baseball season.
Oh, we have to figure out who to bring in. What if we did like the guy from the Wonder Years?
Which one?
I don't know. I like the Wonder Years. Or what's her name?
Mole.
Penny? Yeah, Penny come in. You ever seen Boy Meets World? Boy Meets World could be good.
Oh, Topanga.
Yes.
Oh, Corey's friend.
Which one?
Corey from the show.
I was like, Topanga. Cool.
That'd be sick.
Doesn't she do a podcast? I'm sure it's
Does she?
on. Yeah.
That was a great show.
Does that have to be like an 80s show, Hogs Daddy, or
No,
like a
no,
movie?
no. I mean, we just have to. No, it can be anybody, anything.
She gets Sly.
Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be
You'd
great.
want like $1 million.
That would be huge.
Who could we get? Mr. T? Should we get Mr. T?
Mr. T would be awesome. See, now that's the kind of person that we're talking
Mr.
about.
T would be sick.
Yeah,
Gary Coleman. Oh, he's dead.
he's dead. All the people I'd like would be like Mr. Miyagi'd be great.
Yvonne Drago?
Oh, now we're talking.
Yeah.
Other guy.
His knock-kneed ass. What? You know when he walks in Rocky IV and the lights behind him and there's smoke?
Yeah,
And his knees look like baby knees?
they do. You're right.
Wait, what?
That is a great
Yeah,
point. There's like a
yeah.
silhouette of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
I know exactly what you're talking
What's his wife's name?
Oh,
It used to be Rocky's real wife.
about.
yeah, and then Flavor Flav's wife,
Yeah, she can come on.
Brigitte Nielsen.
Yeah, that's it. Good
Yeah.
pull, yeah.
Woodhawk.
Oh, my God.
Do you know what I watched last night? Sorry, totally random.
go
Yeah,
on.
the answer is yes. Go ahead.
Mamma Mia. My heavens, is that a
Dude,
good movie?
that's a great film.
Yeah.
I love that film.
My sister loves that movie.
It's so good.
So good.
Mamma mia.
Yes.
Why don't you take off your top?
Well, that's not
Yeah,
the lyric.
they're all crazy horny. That's the best part
That's
about
the
it.
thing.
But Corey, you got to give it a second chance.
Oh, I'm never going to watch that movie.
It's so good.
Sure you do. Sure you are.
No, I hate musicals. I've seen the trailer now for Wicked a handful of times.
Oh, dude.
How good does that look?
Oh, my God.
Looks like
I can't wait.
It looks like my least favorite movie. I'm not going to see it because I can tell I'm going to hate it. I hope all of you guys love it. I'm sure
Oh,
it's
I
going
can't
to it's
wait.
going
I
to
can't
crush.
wait. It's gonna be so
It's going to crush.
Just crying
It
and
looks
crying.
like somebody wrote a movie just to troll me. I just think it looks hideous. But I hope you guys like it. Paul, your hands up.
Do you know what looks to be maybe the worst movie of all time?
Go on.
Trap.
Borderlands.
Yeah.
What is this?
That game sucks too.
Really?
Video
The
game?
trailer.
love the
I'm
game.
trying to watch the Rocky IV trailer, and it's showing me
Only
this.
it's a certain kind of person that loves the game because it's really annoying and it's like it's just very kind of hackish humor and it's constant throughout the game. It's a cool looking game, but it's just it's constant.
Go ahead.
No, can I'm going to take a left turn real quick. We talked about this like 2 weeks ago, and everybody sent me all kinds of information about how to do it. And of course, I didn't read or mark any of it because I was too busy. I got a night off tonight. I get to play NCAA football.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Somebody was telling me that on the easy mode, because we were talking about how easy mode's too easy, hard mode's too hard. There's something you can do on easy mode to make it so it's not so easy. Please, somebody send me a synopsis.
There's the sliders, yeah.
Somebody send me a synopsis of what I need to do.
Is that
Because
the
I really
asshole
want
or-
to play the game
AI
again.
Stuff? That stuff?
I guess. I don't know.
you
It's
just,
the
like,
difficulty level.
Yeah,
kind
you can
of.
increase the
Yeah.
difficulty. It's a bitch.
You can increase
There's a lot of-
certain
Is it hard to do?
difficulties, right?
There's a lot of
It's
categories.
tedious.
Yeah.
It's tedious, I would say.
And I will say tedious also is coach mode, where you got to do all the recruiting stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's tedious as well. I loved this game at first, but I got to tell you,
Dude, all of
I'm
you are like
hanging by a thread.
All of you. Look, I haven't played it. I'm just watching you guys react to it. The first wave from all of you guys was, this is so much fun. This is the best. This was worth the wait. What are we, a month in now?
Yeah.
And all of you are like, I don't know if I'm ever going to play this again. You guys went from
I'll
A
still
plus
play
to
it.
like,
I'll still play it, too.
I played it yesterday. It's fun. but
The team builder mode now
Right.
that they got, like you can create whatever school you want.
It's the coolest thing in the world.
sweet.
Yeah, here's the difference, though. Like, I did the one season where I was doesn't matter. I
You
was
were
Michigan.
Texas, weren't
I was
you?
Michigan.
Oh, okay.
When I did the creative player. We dominated. Now, I'm not making a shot, but I'm the Gophers now, right? Like, the talent matters, right?
But even on the
100%.
easy level,
Oh
though?
yeah,
Yeah.
But I mean that Michigan team is loaded with offensive talent. The Notre Dame team is Texas is loaded with offensive talent. the Gophers running back is one of the better running backs in the game,
and in real life,
But the wide receivers are. It depends on who you are.
Maybe
be like an F. Be like
when you're a quarterback,
Nevada State.
It really does matter who your personnel is, because Laquan Xavier DiCaprio, we won the national championship at Mississippi State, but my line couldn't block someone on Twitter, so I had to. I hit the transfer portal,
right,
and now I play for Florida State.
Yes,
and I mean Laquan Xavier is just next level. He was like a 4th rounder guy before this. He's a 1st round QB now.
Don't you really have to be into? Because like Frazo, my best friend Fraz, he like
the guy that eats room service leftovers.
He probably does too, but.
Poor Franzo.
He was offensive coordinator for Tulane, but now he took the head coaching job at Marshall.
In real life?
No, this is just like on the game. He says he's offensive coordinator because he simulates the defense. But like,
you have to simulate the defense.
But like, he's so into it. Like, he loves it. So there's people that are diehards about it.
I really did thought you were talking about a friend in real life. What? Don't you have a friend in real life that does coach?
Yeah, that's like Nick Rollis. He's going to be a professional, like a head coach.
Oh, yeah. That's like a legitimate stepping stone going from Tulane to Marshall. I thought you were being serious.
Well, that's the way he says it out loud, so it's even better that you guys think it's funny.
I will say the most fun I've had in the game so far was when I played against a friend. The play a friend thing.
Why don't we do that?
So that's what I was suggesting.
Together.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I'd also like to bring my PlayStation in sometime if you guys are interested.
I would love it.
And we could do like a quick tournament or something with the.
Like 3-minute quarters or something.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. That'd be fun.
Have you seen the new memes or whatever when they say the stadium pulse? Like when you get a tough question asked?
It's been hilarious.
Yeah.
That's gonna be great.
All right, I'm in. I'll do that. But
it's fun, Hawk.
All right, I'll just get really
We have to add each other. We should add each other. Let's play together.
All right, man.
All right, slow down.
I got some time.
Easy. Take a deep breath.
I'm the Max DeLorean. That's my name on
really?
on Xbox Live. So.
Well, you got to get your EA thing because we got to cross-play.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So let me know what your EA thing is.
Tio, you got to roll?
Yeah, I got to roll.
Oh, Tommy!
Go.
Love you.
I love you guys.
That was
Big boy job today?
Big boy job today.
See you next Thursday.
Do they,
see you next Thursday.
Any food in the break room, or gonna have to stop on the way to work?
You're Hansel, man. You're just picking up food as you walk down there.
My gosh. Tio, you're the best.
Love you guys. Love you.
All right, Sauce will walk us through sports in a second. About an hour from now, we'll play our Kevin O'Connell press conference. No Lieber today, no Parker Fox today. This is the Power 2 Morning Show on The Fan.
Hey, from playlists to stages around the world, Creed took the post-grunge genre by storm, and now they're set to hit the stage at Treasure Island. You can join me and Marnie Gellner for a Creed pre-show party in Parlay at Treasure Island from 3 to 4:30 on August 17th. We'll be giving away seat upgrades and Michelob Ultra Zone passes, plus KFAN swag. Full details at KFAN.com. Keyword calendar.
Man, I love seeing people get their gold medals, and it's the best. They're just crying and enjoying it and loving it. They can't believe it.
So cool, man.
I'm going to miss this.
Yeah.
Same. Almost over.
When's it over? Saturday?
It's cool when
The 11th.
It's cool when Simone Biles wins her 19th gold medal or whatever, But when you see somebody who wins a gold, even a silver medal, and they didn't really think they could do it, that's just the best,
right.
Man. I love that.
It is cool seeing people embrace, not break down that they didn't get gold. It's cool seeing people embrace that they got a silver or a bronze. That's still an accomplishment.
The greatest.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if I'm in the minority or majority on this one either, but even though the time thing screws up where we don't get to watch these sports in prime time, not on tape delay, right? A lot of this stuff is either in the morning or at the latest, right? 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I definitely prefer when the Olympics are overseas as opposed to in the States. It feels more global when we are going somewhere and conquering the sports world as opposed to just, they just ran that in Los Angeles.
You know what's so weird about that, Corey? I agree with you because in some ways it feels like it's balanced in our favor if it's here. Even though
Good
you're
point.
still racing people who can be the fastest in the world.
Yep.
For some reason, it almost feels like it's cheating if it's here.
It does feel like
so
a home
weird.
court advantage,
Yeah, right,
and it
right.
shouldn't be because a race is a race, no matter where you run that race.
right.
But I definitely like the feeling of we went to Beijing and dominated, or London or Paris. I like the overseas Olympics more than the ones here. But what, LA in 28, and then Salt Lake City in what, Zach? 30 something? 30 or 34? I forget. Doesn't matter. Salt Lake City at some point though as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
I mean, whatever. The Olympics kick ass. I'm going to watch it either way.
Yeah.
But whatever. That's nitpicking.
And I have to say this as well. And now that you say that, I appreciate the idea that they edit out the boring stuff. If it happened live.
On the primetime playback stuff.
I'm only seeing like the highlights. If I want to see more in-depth stuff, I'll do that. I can watch it on wherever, but I like it.
I'll give you the one example. This is the one thing that I turned on accidentally, thought I was going to watch it for 30 seconds, and then I watched it for almost 2 hours, was the men's road race about a week ago. That like 6-hour bike ride?
Oh, yeah.
I think they had like 200 kilometers or some crazy number left when I tuned in. I'm like, I'm not going to sit through this whole thing. This is just a bunch of guys on bikes.
Yeah.
And then it was captivating, and I couldn't stop watching it.
Dude, Netflix has a series about the Tour de France.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
That is like the NASCAR, like the Formula One series, like QB1.
Yeah.
And it's intense because people die.
Mm-hmm.
People crash in the Tour de France and die, and seeing people deal with that and then going out the next day and continuing to race, it's something else, man.
Watching those road races and watching how close the fans get for a good chunk of
Unbelievable.
it. And a lot of it is not behind barriers, right? Once they get to the city, once they get to Paris, there's barriers, right? There's metal kind of gates around the entire track. But when they're out in the countryside, it's honor system.
Yeah. Correct.
And all I'm thinking is, man, all it takes is one idiot to hold a flag out just a little too far and then catch a handlebar, and this whole group's going down.
I couldn't agree more, because people don't care if you're famous for doing a stupid thing or a bad thing. They care about being famous, right?
You just need one idiot.
Yeah,
That's it,
correct.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, to walk out in front of whoever the Lance Armstrong of the moment is and just crash him, you're going to be on TV globally. I don't know, man. I'm with you. I'm shocked that it doesn't happen. Oh, well.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Saw Sports. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by All Around Property Preservation.
The Minnesota Twins lost 8-2 to the Cubs to lose the series. Joe Ryan went too, but he had to leave the game due to right tricep injury.
Yay.
So they brought in Trevor Richards, the guy they traded for. He went 2/3 of an inning. He's the first relief pitcher in Twins history, according to Gleeman, to walk 5+ batters in less than 1 inning of work.
Oh.
That's the correct response, Rose.
In less than 1 inning. I wonder how many have done it in 1 inning. But less than 1 inning, it's intense.
Intense.
Boy, when you do anything in baseball that's never been done before.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's real bad.
Yeah.
And that's the trade they made.
You're awful.
Thanks.
Well, there's nowhere to go but up.
He had a bad
Well
game.
said. They gained ground, though, on the Guardians because they were swept in their doubleheader against the Diamondbacks. The Twins are 3.5 games back. That is Twins News, brought to you by Quantum Fiber. They play those Diamondbacks 2 games to start the series tomorrow in a doubleheader.
Guardians.
It's really
Guardians,
exciting
sorry.
stuff.
That combo platter is delicious.
Yeah, right. It does.
So delicious, it could stay on a table for
God.
2 hours in time and
Max,
still eat it.
Hey.
Days.
Hey, nah.
Dumps like a truck.
Right. Dang. How's she swimming with all that?
If you are
She got some floaties in the back, girl.
if you are questioning what they're watching women's water polo. Shout out apparently to the Netherlands.
Got 2 water wingies in the back of that.
Whoa.
Woo!
Kiss my ass!
I will.
Give me a whirl.
Need some bigger lips.
Oh, now it's
I love
synchronized
it.
swimming.
Oh, is that what it is?
No.
Oh, okay. Do they do that still?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Now that I need to see. I like that.
I think I showed you a picture of it from the other day.
Didn't they do the moonwalk?
I saw the synchronized diving, and I legit thought it was one person the first time I watched the video.
Yeah.
That's how in sync they are.
Best bit. Is it Saturday Night Live? the Martin Short.
No, the Martin Short bit, right?
With
where he says, "I don't swim well."
I don't swim well. You know what I'm talking about, Max?
No.
Yeah, it's maybe
God.
top
And
5
Harry, isn't it
SNL
Harry
bit.
Shearer?
Yeah, the guy from
Harry
Spinal
Shearer.
Tap.
Yeah.
Harry Shearer and Martin Short from like 1980, I don't know,
brilliant.
4 or
They're synchronized
something.
swimmers. It's top
It's
5.
so funny.
It's the greatest.
The
I'll
look
show
on
you
Martin
the-
Short's face.
Yeah.
He's got a nose plug, and he says something like, "I don't swim too well."
Yeah.
And he's in the Olympics. Or he's training for the Olympics. I don't remember if he's in or training for it, but it's just the 2 least athletic people of all time are in synchronized swimming. It's a great bit. It's a classic
60
bit.
Minutes Saturday Night Live bit where they're interviewing the 2. Oh my God.
If you can find a screenshot of just Martin Short's face, you'll laugh. The way that he's looking at the camera with that smile, it looks, even that's funny.
Yeah, it's great.
God, he's the best. I love Martin Short.
Yeah,
I
he's
do
super
too, man.
funny.
He is underappreciated.
Yes,
Always
he is.
funny.
Yeah, always. Everything he does is funny.
Oh, man.
The Vikings returned to practice yesterday, as did Justin Jefferson and Christian Darrisaw, who were out the practice before. But Jonathan Grenard did not practice. They say that it is not bad. Is that it?
It's
The Vikings play their first preseason game on Saturday at 3, pregame at 1. And everybody is speculating that the Raiders will play most of their starters in the first preseason game.
Wow.
I think Pierce said as such, their coach.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
So I would guess that basically everybody but Darrisaw and Jefferson play for your Vikings.
What are we
offense.
doing?
Why? There it is.
Brilliant.
I'm not that strong of a swimmer.
It's so good. so good.
His haircut.
It's just
It's so brilliant.
He is. Oh my God, that guy's a genius, man. Ed Grimley.
Did you see him?
Ed Grim.
Did you see him as Jiminy Glick fill in for Kimmel a couple of weeks ago?
No, I heard it was brilliant. I don't
I
know why I don't
freaking
watch Jimmy
loved
Glick.
it.
Yeah, I heard it was great.
Yeah. In character the whole time. Giant pile of donuts like he always has.
Yeah.
Trying to get on Melissa McCarthy and people like that. It was great.
Yeah, he his film Clifford, where he plays a young kid. That's brilliant.
Never saw that.
Oh my God, it's him and Charles. Is it Charles Grodin?
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays like a 8 or 9-year-old boy, and it's brilliant how funny he is.
Man, good stuff. Anyway, sorry, sports.
The Raiders are 3.5-point favorites on Saturday. Hogs Daddy, we have 2 preseason games tonight.
Yep.
The Pats host the Panthers, and then the Giants host the Lions. Both games are at 6. I think the Patriots game is on NFL Network.
Do not forget, JJ mic'd up
Oh, yeah.
during the broadcast of Saturday's game.
Yeah, the whole
Justin
third
Jefferson
quarter.
will be mic'd up during the third quarter.
Yeah.
Just fascinating. It's never been done before, I don't think.
It'll be
That's
great.
really neat.
Are we going to have to keep clarifying JJ now moving forward?
It's hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
JJ and JJ Mack. That's the way I'm going with it. Nobody else is doing it. That's the way I'm going with it.
Whenever I'm gonna refer to McCarthy in the future, I'm just gonna say it's something unpredictable. Nut in the end, it's right.
That's the only way to clarify.
No, right, Zach?
Yeah.
Tommy's laughing right now. I can hear him.
How you doing with that one?
doing
If you didn't notice, I posted it on the Power Trip account too, just to make sure it lives in infamy.
Well, good. Don't want that to go away.
Yeah, you don't want that one to go away.
What if that's a smoke signal? You never know. Maybe it.
Maybe it works.
Mission accomplished at some point. You never know.
Hogs
Good
Daddy,
luck to you.
Yes, love.
4 weeks from today, the NFL season kicks off with the Ravens at the Chiefs. The Chiefs, as of right now, are 3-point favorites, and the over-under is 46.5. 3 weeks from today, the Gophers open their season against North Carolina at Huntington Bank Stadium. The Gophers are 2.5-point favorites over the Tar Heels. Game time is 7, pregame at 5, right here on this station.
It's all happening, guys. It's all.
It's 3 weeks from today. man.
Yeah, first Vikings game at the Giants, in case you have forgotten.
2 weeks from tomorrow is Georgia Tech and Florida State in Ireland.
Yeah. I love college
2 weeks
football,
from
man.
Saturday.
Just
Play
love
the
it. You
music.
never know. You just never know.
Yeah, man. The U.S. basketball team will battle Serbia today. U.S. is a 16.5-point favorite.
Does that seem low?
I mean, they beat them by 1 million in exhibition play. I don't remember what they beat them by in pool play, but they've technically played them twice in the last month and beat them both times.
Yeah, it wasn't
Pretty
really close. Yeah.
Pretty surprising if they beat them, if they lose to them, I should say, today. I don't know.
Anybody want action?
Nah, that one seems too. Nah, I don't think so.
I did like profiting against you, but I don't love cheering against the U.S. When the spread's this close, even though it's 16, I don't want it to be that close. I want the U.S. to crush. When it was 27, I could bet on it and go, well, I hope they just win by 22. And then they lost by like 30 or something, whatever it was. Vikings news in a second. 8 o'clock hour of the Power Trip Morning Show will feature headlines. We'll do a KOC press conference in like 40 minutes. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
The Fan.
I found the whole bit, man.
It's brilliant.
It is absolute. We're talking about the synchronized swimming bit from Saturday Night Live. Martin Short, Harry Shearer, from season 10, episode 1, 1984. And again, if you remember, those guys were only on SNL for one season. And this was the first episode of the season they were on.
Good start.
It's unbelievable. The impact that group of people, Christopher Guest, Harry Shearer, Martin Short, that group of people had it on Saturday Night Live in 1984. My goodness. And I couldn't find it on YouTube, by the way. I found it on Facebook. Apparently that is not on YouTube. My goodness. Synchronized swimming. Martin Short's character. I'm just not a strong swimmer.
This is so good. I quit the accounting firm. It's brilliant.
Yeah. Anyway, great stuff. All right, little Vikings news for you, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready for the first game of the season.
Hell
Real
yeah.
action, man. Exciting stuff right here on The Fan.
It's time for Vikings news on the Power Trip, presented by
Echo.
Your truck accessories.
I heard Ben Gessling a day or two ago. Is that with PA or Barrero? Now I'm forgetting.
Barrero.
Doesn't matter.
PA.
And, he brought up the obvious point that a lot of us were missing. And I'll put myself in that camp. I completely forgot about this. Mm-hmm. He was talking about the timeline for Jordan Addison's punishment, right? That we all know he's getting 3 games, right? That's going to be what he gets. But I think a lot of us assumed because the arrest was in July that they would figure it out. They could do this and do that. And then he'd miss the first 3 games of the year. Gessling made it sound like it might be the end of this year, the beginning of next year. Like it depends on the NFL pretty much waits for the legal process to play out and then punishes accordingly. So I do think a lot of us were just assuming, well, he's going to miss the first 3 games of the year. That's kind of the 3 games that TJ is going to miss maybe or so, so like, man, we're going to be out Addison and Hawkinson for the first 3 plus. And until Gessling said that, I'm like, well, yeah, why did we all assume it was the first 3? He's 100% right. It could be any time.
Yeah, great point.
That is that's a weird thing to plan out, especially if KOC and company are going, all right, we know exactly how many games we think we need before we let JJ out there and leave him out there permanently.
Right.
Changes a little bit if you don't have Addison.
Yeah,
I would definitely want my rookie quarterback to have a full arsenal of weapons the first time he goes out there. Yeah. I want Hawkinson and Addison out there with Jefferson when JJ gets the first start. So you wonder if but again, maybe they can't plan for it because they don't know when it's going to be either. That's a really tough spot to try to plan. Yeah. Ultimately, once you think McCarthy's ready, I think you pull the Band-Aid off no matter what. But I do think the key is when you put him in permanently.
Yes.
It's not like, let's give him a couple of games. See if this is not a Dobbs-Mullins situation where you're going to waffle. Once JJ's in there, Darnold is done unless JJ gets hurt.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Even if he throws 28 interceptions.
100%.
Leave him in.
No turning back. Right. Once he's in, he's your guy.
McCarthy's the quarterback until he literally is, they ponder him and he's just, he can't
until he sucks or he's injured or he's in the Hall of Fame. He's your guy.
He's your guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think it's a luxury that like watching the Hard Knocks with the Bears. I watched episode 1.
I did too.
Caleb's their quarterback.
Yep.
I mean, he's in. There's nobody else to play quarterback for that team. And watching him struggle early in that, in that episode, it could be a rough go for him on a team that actually could do some good things if he doesn't play terribly.
Well, and they loaded up on wide receiver, right? So obviously they got DJ Moore in the trade a year ago with the Carolina Panthers, and they drafted Rome Odunze. They traded for Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
I mean, you got 3.
Cole Kmet's a stud tight end.
They still have more from last year, too.
Yeah, you got monster receivers ready.
Yes.
So Not a lot of excuses for Caleb to struggle.
Right. Yeah, it's not even like at least Drake May has the out of the Patriots stink.
Right.
And it's not just me, like the receiver stink.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams has no out.
No, and neither does the coach.
Right.
The coach, this is all if they don't win more than if they're not a playoff team or a fringe playoff team, that head coach might be out. I think he's like, well, they won 7 last year and then 3 the year before. So he has 10 wins as a head coach. Yeah. The other thing, what you guys were saying about the Patriots, you see the bit yesterday how basically half of the Patriots' brain trust is like, we can't put that good of a wide receiver on this team because we're so bad.
I don't understand.
No, but that story like came out. I'm
not saying you are. I'm just saying we had the same argument about Drake May. That makes no sense to me. Well, we can't draft Drake May because we don't have anybody for him to throw to. Well, then if you have receivers and nobody to throw to, then they're not going to be good either. You have to draft players that build the team. That's why the Drake May pick, whether it works or not, is irrelevant. But they pick their quarterback. Now, you have to give him targets if it's, well, we're not very good. Well, guess how you get good?
Right.
Trading for players, signing players, drafting players. Of course, Brandon Ayuk would help Drake May. He's a top 10 or 12 receiver.
The other comeback I would bet that they won't share is I would bet they want a first-round pick for him, and that might be the first overall pick. That's how bad the Patriots are.
Well, and that's a different argument, right?
Yeah, but I think that's part of it. They've said that they basically don't want to put that high end of talent on that bad of a football team.
Sauce, do you believe Caleb Williams will struggle this year?
Yeah, a little. I think he's going to be like C.J. Stroud. That team's loaded. That's the best team a rookie quarterback has ever been on.
Which one?
The Bears?
The first. Let me start over. Get excited. That's the best talent a first overall pick has ever had.
To walk into DJ Moore, Roma Dunze, and Keenan Allen, Cole Kmet.
Yeah.
But he could fail.
Well, no, I know where you're going. Yeah. I get
Brock Purdy exceeds all expectations?
But Brock Purdy has way better talent.
Oh, so that all-star team versus that all-star team. Got it.
Wait, the team that the San Francisco 49ers have is the best running back maybe of all time.
Very, very,
Who's
very.
the Chicago Bears running back?
Doesn't matter. My whole point is
I get what you're saying, but
Brock just deserves a lot of more credit. That's all.
He doesn't.
Yeah,
he doesn't. No, he's not. He's on an all-star team.
Well, then Caleb Williams better put up monster numbers. Otherwise, he's a failure.
He probably will. But
he might.
You can't. So you're telling me that if you put Brock Purdy on
the Bears, he would do really well.
Carolina.
Put Brock Purdy on Carolina. They'd win 3 games.
Well, almost nobody would win games with Carolina.
Yeah, but
they have nobody.
Yeah, but Bryce
Young might turn it around. We'll see.
Yeah, I think
that's one of the most interesting stories of the year. I think is Bryce Young. Is he truly an instant 1-year bust? Where what we saw last year is the truth?
Yes.
Or does he find something? Now, again, they didn't get super good over the offseason. Isn't the roster almost identical?
Yeah, and
how are they going to get better?
And that game, Hawk, in Carolina that you and I were at, he's
abysmal.
He's bad. Yeah, he was really bad.
Yeah, I think again that's another. We're going to look back and say that guy was ruined by the team that drafted him.
It happens.
It happens to so many people. It's happened. How many teams have? How many quarterbacks have the Bengals done that to?
True.
Almost all of them, except for this one.
And then the unanswerable question is, would it have happened either way, right? We'll just never know. Because maybe Bryce would have sucked if he had gone to the Texans. We don't know that, but that's not the butterfly effect. He went to the Panthers, and so far he's been an absolute disaster.
Yeah, the talent's terrible.
Yeah,
terrible.
He doesn't even, I mean, I don't know anything about it. He doesn't physically look like an NFL quarterback. You know what I mean?
Small,
he's little.
Yeah, he's little.
Yeah. Anyway.
Outside of the Vikings, give me a national storyline that you care about this year.
The Houston Texans. I think the Houston Texans are going to be a Super Bowl team. They're loaded on both sides of the ball. They were great last year. You just hope that Stroud doesn't have a sophomore slump. And I'm telling you, and as much as I rip on him, I want to see how the 49ers do. There are people that think they kind of take a step back. They might trade Ayuk. McCaffrey's week to week now, and we'll see. And that's an interesting story. And the Lions, man, they knocked on the door. Can they run through that bastard?
Lions is a great story.
Pittsburgh is a great story too.
Yeah,
and I can't help it, man. I am a fair weather friend. I am looking forward to watching what happens in Atlanta because I think it's going to be abysmal.
Yeah, and their second wide receiver, I think Power Trip Bets tweeted it or something, their second wide receiver behind Drake London is hurt. And that's why people are like in Atlanta are like, why didn't you take Roma Dunze, right? Like you needed the It's so weird that they have a team like that and they took a backup position at the 8th overall pick.
Right.
There's a lot of them, man. Dallas, who knows what happens? They don't spend any money.
Right.
Yeah, so am I. I hate Dallas.
Is Philly going to bounce back this year?
Sick of Philly.
Yeah.
How about the people that are saying that Sirianni is coaching for his job?
100. I agree.
Think of the success he's had, but he had that one weird losing streak. Was that the back half of last year?
Yeah, they lost like 8 straight
Something
or like 1
like
out of 9. They won 1 out of 9.
There were people thinking that he was in trouble last year, and now they're already saying this is kind of make or break because him and Jalen Hurts are not on the same page.
Let's see here. They lost in the NFL wildcard round after they won what? Weren't they like 10? Weren't they the first team to 10 wins? Doesn't matter.
And they didn't just lose to anyone. They lost to Tampa, if I remember correctly.
32-9.
Yeah.
By the way,
got smoked by Baker.
I've almost forgotten about this storyline because he literally was a non-factor next year. I want to see Aaron Rodgers fail in New York.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
That whole division is interesting. Is Miami going to have sustained success with Tua? How are the Bills going to look with no Stephon Diggs? That division is really fascinating.
How about just an overarching umbrella? One of the things, and again, I'm in favor of this. All these guys deserve the money. It's the market. But how about just the wave of quarterbacks that just got paid and who crumbles and who doesn't, right? Does Trevor Lawrence finally step up?
No.
Does Jordan Love play for the money that he just got paid? He just $55 million a year. Does he keep that going? The streak that he had at the end of last year? There's a lot of new rich quarterbacks. Tua, Burrow. Who else am I forgetting? Lawrence, Love. So I think we're missing one.
Cousins.
Yeah, Cousins. Yep.
Yeah, but the thing that made the Packers so good last year is the running back the Vikings now have with Aaron Jones. They got going really, really well when their running game worked, and they added Josh Jacobs, who's a very underrated stud.
Yeah,
that will help.
See, that's the problem with that team, though. They were so young last year. They're 1 year older this year.
They're the kind of team.
Jeez Louise, that sucks.
The Packers, correct. The Packers should trade for Brandon Ayuk.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, come on.
That's the kind of guy they should have.
Jordan Love claims that he likes that they don't have a number 1 wide receiver though.
It's crazy how
that's insane.
That's insane.
It's crazy how that most of the answers to the question you asked, Corey, have to do with Hard Knocks, because I want to watch Tua because of Miami.
Yeah.
I want to watch Detroit. That show you get to know those players so well that it has an effect on you.
I said it last night as we and I were watching. I go, I don't want to cheer for the Bears.
That's the thing. I know. I almost didn't watch the season because it affected me so much with the Lions. I don't want to have the same effect on. But I still hate Aaron Rodgers. So I think I'll be all right.
Well, wouldn't you rather see the Bears win than the Packers? I know in your household you got to walk that fine line, but I mean, I would always rather have the Bears win the division if it's the choice between the Bears and the Packers.
If the Vikings,
let the Bears win it. I don't care.
Vikings and Packers aren't playing, I won't. I'll just say this: I don't cheer against the Packers.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm the same way. Not since Aaron's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, I really detest that guy.
Yeah,
I can't help it, man. I really do. And
hard not to.
I don't have a hard time with a lot of people in the world, but that guy I do. I don't know why.
Fan 5 in a second, headlines later, and the KOC press conference in like 20 minutes or so. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.